Alright, so I think we're on here. I'm going to review this vintage 2006 Cohiba Maduro. It's a short Robusto here, and just really feels awesome in my hand, and it's totally packed out with very sweet smelling tobacco here. Wrapper is just real nice and oily. Feels really good. Real dark, chocolatey color, and had a touch of plume on it, which is pretty cool. Cut it up, see what's going on with this thing. Very nice draw. Feels a little dry in the mouth, but it's getting pretty dry these days, so makes sense. A little raisin, a little toast. A little sour cherry. A little wood. Very nice pre-draw. Very nice pre-draw here. Alrighty. The only other great way to light a cigar than lighting it by a long match is the only other great way of lighting a cigar besides using a long match is by using a cedar. Wow, what a bunch of smoke output for this thing. Machine. It's a pretty fat cigar. So, it's just a Robusto. It's a short Robusto that's just very robust. I mean, it's really good. Flavors are just real nice, sweet tobacco, some cream, a little cinnamon spice, a little like nutmeg. Yeah, very, very tasty here. Wow. Great smoke output. Just wash my palate real quick. Pretty tasty cigar right here. Getting those spices, a little sweetness, it's getting a little vegetal suddenly. Real nice sweet blast right there. Kind of like a sweet hay. Very smooth through the nose, little herbal notes. Now this here is some excellent whiskey that I've just been really enjoying. It's this Talisker Port Rouge. It's been finished in a port cask, and it's just really delicious. I mean, man, I'm loving this stuff. Swirl it around a little bit. I mean, on the nose is so awesome. I really am smelling the cask. I mean, I gave a sample of this to a buddy of mine, and he said he just couldn't get any hint of the port gas. But for me, I'm really smelling that port. It's very fruity, very sweet. A touch of brown sugar. Vanilla. Almost getting like a hint of roasted banana. Smells awesome, this stuff. Wow. Very nice. Incredible arrival. It just builds up with soft, sweet fruits. And then it shoots down in the development to give a really nice long finish that is just, at this point, is pretty tasty. It's like there's some tannins in there, sweet tannins, sweet wood. Coming a little sour. I mean, this is some very good stuff here. Very good. Really living it up tonight, you know. Hell, you got to. You got to live it up from time to time. Otherwise, all the other bullshit in life will drag you down. Don't want that to happen. Shit, I don't. Some people seems like they do want it to happen. Hell, you never know. Some people just don't know how to listen, you know. Shit. Now here, I'm drinking on this Cohiba 12 years old. Now this is just an awesome, awesome bottle of whiskey here. Single malt Isla. Natural color, unchill filtered. Bottled at 46.3%. And it's just, I mean, look at this color. For natural color for 12 years. I mean, that is very, very dark gold. Beautiful, beautiful color here for being natural color. The smell is also incredible on this stuff. I get like a touch of smoky peat, like hiding underneath of all this sweet vanilla. Man, it's good. Just got a real nice blast of some apples, like sweet apples. Sweet red apples. Man. This stuff's got a little bit of a kick, but it finishes out really smoothly and real sweet. Like it's a sweet cinnamon tannic note of wood. I'm going to add a little water to this. When you add a little water to these whiskeys, when you're drinking them neat, especially to non-chill filtered whiskeys, what's going to happen is it's going to like knock out all those tannins. So you're going to get a Scotch mist in the bottle. It's like your whiskey's going to turn cloudy when you add water. It's non-chill filtered. See, it's turning cloudy right now. You see that? Because I added some water. What is that cloudy? Those are the tannins. They're getting knocked out by that. They're not soluble in water. So, it turns the whiskey cloudy, but it also makes your whiskey less bitter. Because the tannins is what makes a bitter taste. It's the same thing about cigars. You got a very tannic cigar. We talked about this. Talked about it before in my videos. Tannic cigars really make the bitter component. So harsh cigars are going to be very tannic cigars. A great example, Bolivar. But when you age Cuban cigars, the tannic components are going to decrease. Okay? So you're going to get more smooth cigars. Not as bitter cigars, more sweet. Well, that takes time, you know. You just got to age them. Got to age them in the right conditions. Yeah, this whiskey totally smoothed out now. I'm getting a little bit more smokiness in here. Definitely some more sweet notes. I can taste a bourboniness, like stuff must have been aged in bourbon casks. Now, Bunnahabhain is really badass because the casks that they're using are awesome. This is one of these rare, small distilleries that had a hell of a stock back in the day. When whiskey sales were down, Bunnahabhain continued production. You know, most companies, when sales are down, they're going to limit production because if supply gets too high, it can hurt, you know, demand, inventories, and all. You're going to have a build-up. Prices are going to be influenced, all this stuff. So producers got to be really wary and careful about supply build-up. So when sales were down back in the 1990s, early 90s in Scotland for Scottish whiskey, the Bunnahabhain continued producing, and they weren't a well-known distillery, so they could do that. You know, they could get away without influencing the price. So they built up in those days. You know, they had great casks. Nowadays, most of the casks are not that good anymore. So old casks from the 80s and early 90s, those are some really good whiskeys. They're aging those casks. Those are going to be great casks. And the whiskeys nowadays, you know, 10-year-old casks, most of them are pretty low quality. So, low quality cask is, you're not going to get the color. You know, you're not going to get a deep color if the cask sucks. Low quality cask, you're not going to get that enrichment of the spirit. You're gonna get a very stale, simple spirit that doesn't have much life to it. That might not even be that good. You know, so whiskey, a good whiskey is all about a good cask. If you got a good cask and it's 10-year-old whiskey, that's all that counts. I mean, you got a great whiskey right there. If the cask is awesome, you know, then the whiskey's going to be awesome. Look at this Scottish mist here developed. That's those tannins crashing out. Very, very good. Sweet. Fruity. Bourbon. Fade into like an herbal. The peat was like kind of subdued. Alright, well, let me get into this cigar and I'll come back here in a little bit.